Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm doing less of a repot and see what I have and more of a discussion video. So I have here in front of us 3 plants. These are 3 plants that I like some parts of, but not all of them, and I'm probably going to be getting rid of these. First off, we will start with pothos. There's nothing wrong with pothos. They do great. They're awesome. They do great in low light. They grow really well. They just aren't one of my favorite plants, and I like to have space for ones that I do actually really want. I can get into a list of plants that I can get into my wish list plants in a separate video entirely, but this one, I know a lot of people like their pothos, but specifically like the golden pothos or like the white queen pothos, I don't really have any love for them other than they grow really well so I can give them as gifts. So, you know, they have their place, their benefits, whatever, but they were one of the ones that I got started on, but I really don't want to keep it. So this one, unfortunately, is going to have to find a new home. But we had memories, so. Next one is the syngonium. I think I'm saying that name right. The leaves are really neat. I like how delicate and thin they feel and variegated. What I like in most of my plants is the variegatedness, and usually if they have like a texture or a fun shape. So that's what I usually gravitate towards, and this has both a texture to it and the variegatedness that drew me. But it's just not gonna work. At first I thought that I would like it, but I already had to prune this one back down to here. It had just grown so tall already. I think it's just that our house is a little too dry and can be a little too hot in the winter. And I was looking at information on it online, and something I read was that they like shade. That is not true. She will bend and lean towards the light. If I have it sitting a little bit past one of the grow lights, it will bend over to try and reach the light. It is very light hungry, and I had one sitting under a grow light and it grew up so it was touching the light itself. So it got a little bit crispy. I can't. In theory, they're fun, and some of the colors are really fun to look at and would be neat, but we are not meant for each other. Alright, and the last plant that I have in front of us today is a snake plant. I'm really not sure what specific kind of snake plant this one is. Sure, she looks neat, and since she's been getting a lot more light, I think the coloration has gotten better. At first, I didn't think that I liked this snake plant at all. Like, at all. As soon as possible, I wanted it to leave. But I may have grown to love it just a little bit. I had it in a really dark room that also got really, really hot. I had some cuttings, specifically cuttings, not this one. And they were alive. They're growing great. I'll get them. I have them in a jar of water. I'm gonna get them. Alright, so these guys were sitting in the hottest room of the house, in the dark, and practically no water, and they were still alive. Sure, they weren't doing the best, but look at that. It has plenty of roots. This one, not so much, but plenty of roots. As much as I didn't like them, I have begrudgingly decided that, yeah, they're pretty cool. I would like some different colors though, and there is one that is similar look-wise not color-wise, look-wise to this particular type of snake plant. It's called a moonshine one. That one is on my wish list, and if I could change these 3 to that, I would do that in a heartbeat and keep them. But yeah, I did get another snake plant. I got this one. Yeah, the fact that they survived the hottest room in the dark with practically no water most of the time has kind of convinced me that snake plants may or may not be that bad after all. This one it has 3 babies coming off of it. I will probably do a video about potting this up because she needs it. But yeah, I have those snake plants, and I don't know if I ever mentioned it in a video, but I had been a snake plant hater and am now probably one of their biggest fans. So yeah, these 3 here are going away. This one's done. These 3 are going away, but I am on the lookout for other snake plants that may or may not be fun. So yeah. So over here with the Monstera, it's not so much that I don't like this one as much. I love the Monstera and the way the leaves fenestrate. I would like to have a variegated one like an albo or a Thai constellation, or I think it's a mint. I'd love to have some of those. One of them. I don't think I have the space. And that's what the problem is with this. I don't have enough space for all of this as much as I'd love to keep it. The pot, it's a pretty, you can almost see it there. It's a decent sized pot. Shallow for what this needs. It's already, I really need to repot it, and I'm going to have to separate them. This one is really small in comparison and hasn't had a new leaf in a while. So this one, the bigger one, is sucking out all of the nutrients and all of the good stuff that it needs and leaving none for the smaller one. So I need to separate them and quite possibly either give away or sell the bigger one. I'm not sure if I want to leave it whole or maybe propagate it, probably like cut it in a couple of spots and then let those grow and then sell those, or just make a bigger, but I'm not going to be able to keep it. I want to keep it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, unfortunately. But yeah, especially if I want to get different, a couple other different plants. Having a bigger Monstera currently is not going to work out the best, so I need to find solutions for that. Sadly. She's happy and, you know, doing well, but it's not going to last long here. I probably have some other plants that at some point I will decide I don't want to keep anymore. They aren't hitting that same dopamine. Probably, I'll probably have some that I get rid of, whether space-wise it's just not going to work out, so I prune them, or they just aren't giving me the same dopamine that they used to. That is going to do it for this week's video. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Alright, I was putting everything up and I realized that I forgot one. This, if you can't tell, is a mini Monstera or a Rhaphidophora. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm disappointed in her, and I'm really seriously thinking about getting rid of her unless she changes her ways. She's supposed to fenestrate, like that leaf there. Yeah, but as you see, there is only one leaf that is fenestrated. I'm not sure if it's the pot she's in, focus, or if it is like a lack of light that she wants. I'm not sure what it is that she wants, but she is not fenestrating, so she's probably gonna have to go.